Good morning, everybody. I'm back with a scent of today, and what a scent do I have today? And I want to thank Marcial, and I want to thank the Near guy, that Perfumology, for putting this in the bag. I was on a live in the comments section. Marcial had one on Instagram yesterday, and we got to talking. It was a different subject. We got to talking about two fragrances. One was Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, and another one was Baccarat Rouge. And I had mentioned that I had given away a bottle of a decan of Baccarat Rouge in the beginning of my journey. I just couldn't see a time I would wear it. I did, like it smelled good, but it reminded me of falling into a concession stand at the state fair with the cotton candy and the caramel apples and the caramel popcorn, just all those sweet smells on me. And I thought, I can't wear that. And Miss Fritz didn't really like it. And we ended up giving it to one of her sisters who came up who loved it. So we gave it to her. So anyway, I'm on this live and we're chatting and we're talking about, one part of the conversation, we're talking about Baccarat Rouge. Another part, we're talking about Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. So I mentioned to Marcial when he said he had never smelled Not a Perfume or didn't have it. And I had mentioned at one of the juice boxes. I don't know how to say it, Jusbox. One of them that I got when I was going through the notes, it seemed to be compared to Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, but the extreme one. And when you look at the notes, you see why, because it has ISO-E and it has ambroxan. And so I wasn't sure I was going to wear this today. And because of that, I thought, well, that's just going to be a layering thing. I'm probably just going to layer that because it's not really going to have a smell. And I didn't notice all the amber notes in this besides ambroxan. So I'm going to say it has something called ambroside. It has ISO-E and ambroside. Then it has ambroxan and amber. And then it has a casmirin for like a smoky effect. And then it has another amber extreme. So it's like an amber bomb, So anyway, I get this on thinking, well, I'm not really going to smell much because I'm thinking the ISO-E and ambroxan and just casmir. And I'm like, I'm not going to really smell much. It's going to be flaring. And boom, this is a wow me one. I haven't been wowed since the first time I did the Drop Boisé. And I'm saying that because I had never done a niche before that. And just the quality of it and the strength of it. I'm wowed by this that, looking at the notes of this, when I saw and what my mind thought I was going to get, I didn't get. And then I got wowed by it because I'm actually getting something that smells like Baccarat Rouge. I remember that smell. And I like it. And not only do I like it, Miss Fritz likes it. She gave this an 8. And I'm like, wow, this sort of reminds me of that. And that's a really interesting thing, And they say these jukebox, they're like merging music with fragrances, and it's funny. This one comes in like a fluorescent bottle, and then what they say, it reminds them of acid rain music, and I'm sitting here smelling like Baccarat Rouge, and I'm thinking falling into the fair, and know what song came into my mind. Natalie Merchant Carnival. That's what this smells like. That to me, that was the first song that came into my mind. And it's a really good, I like it. And one of the things, like I said, when I first looked at it, my first thought was, I'll never buy Juliet Has a Gun, or I'll never buy this, because if it's just ambroxan and ISO-E, and I got Molecule 1, I can get Molecule 2, and I would use them just for layering. This I probably wouldn't use for layering, but I could. Because it's like an amber bomb. But I don't think I would, because this is, it's a niche fragrance by itself. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It had me fooled, so it had me wowed. And that's what I'll say about this. It's a really, really good fragrance for me that I like. And now, we had talked about that in a live. I might, because it's been like 2.5, 3 years in this journey, I might get me a sample of Baccarat Rouge. I mentioned that. But I think I'm going to get the X straight. Just to see the difference. But I might not need it. I don't know if I would need that because I think this is going to smell probably, to me, that's what it reminds me of. And I don't know if it's like a layer version, but it's really nice. And then I want to add one thing to this. That that has that sweet smell. It's being pushed up by the ISOE, and but it also has that casmirin, and I think that's the difference. It gives it some type of like smoky smell. Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, it's something I'm really glad I put on, and I thought I wouldn't even smell it when I put it on, because I didn't see all those amber things. I just saw, the ambroxan, and so it's really interesting. So that's my scent of the day. And again, thank you for throwing this into the sample list, and I really appreciate it. And thank you again, Marcial. This is really nice because I like these ones. It's like a journey. You don't know what you're getting, and then boom. So with that. Please pray for peace, and please help me be kind. I need to work on that. Actually, a friend of mine, Jared VO, I think it's Hazard Fragrance. He was mentioning something about that today, about how unkind we are on the internet sometimes in our comments to each other and all that. And I have been that, and I probably will be that again. But one of the ways I work on that is I try to remind myself, like, would I do that at a bar? And then I try to remind myself, would I do that at a bar in Kensington? Would I walk into somebody's conversation and just put some comments down there just to listen to a response? You probably wouldn't do that if you walked into a bar in Kensington. So I'm probably not any other bars. I've been to other bars too around the world. So I was in the service. You probably wouldn't do that. And so before you comment, just think the person is there. Think, well, that person's right there, and they punch me right in the nose. So anyway, that would be my advice, and that's for my grandkids too. Because I have done it, and so that's my advice on that. And so that's one way to work on being kind. So have a nice day, and help me be kind. And thank you again. Bye.